Bitty Penny. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm using these supplies to make 3 cards. So you're going to see me make 2, but I'll show you all 3 at the end of the video. I did my die cutting in advance. A lot of these dies, I used essentially 4 different die sets. One that was a freebie, but you can purchase on its own, and then 3 from the new release. So I used the A7 Snow Globe pop-up die, which is brilliant. I used the Winter Essentials, which is the one with the deer and snowflakes and sentiments. Now I'm going to save these cut-aparts here because they make great like snowbanks. This set here is the A7 Snow Cabin Spinner add-on. I saved my center cutouts that you could see there, and I used those to cut out some of these pieces. So making sure to get use out of all the paper, and I really love the way that one die cut out, so I don't even have to disconnect my dies. That was just so fun. All right, so I'm using some Distress Oxide ink here. This is Speckled Egg. And I'm coloring in this beautiful backdrop. And the first card I'm going to make with you guys today is actually just a flat snow globe card. And it came together so quickly. And I just love that because I think it would be great for mass production. I'm going to show you a couple of variations of it, but the one I'm making for this video is flat, but I'll also show you how I easily made a shaker card with it as well. And with these same dies that I showed you originally is how I got all of these pieces. So the one we're going to make is going to look like this. And I'm just kind of putting it together to see what it all looks like. You know, we think of things, but we don't know until we put it together what it's really going to look like. So I decided it's a go. Bear with me, guys. I have been sick for 4 or 5 days now. And one of the things I love about being on a design team is that you must press on. So that's what I'm doing here with y'all today. But my energy level is about 20% of what it normally is. All right, so here I'm showing you how I easily made this a shaker piece just by putting a foam tape around the very outside edge. I added a little extra glue just to reinforce it. I have acetate on that outer ring that I'm holding in my left hand. And I just set it on top and it works perfectly. And just like that, you have a really fun shaker. So you could do a shaker snow globe, which I think is perfect. Or you can do a flat one like we're going to do here. They're both the same design. So with this one, it's just very simple. Even if you didn't have this outer ring, you would not need it. But I had it, so I used it. And then that base that I'm using for my snow globe is from the A7 Snow Globe pop-up. It's one of the details that you can add on, but it makes for just a perfect snow globe base if you just want a flat card as well. And then I'm bringing in a ton of these little Nouveau confetti pieces, which I thought just made this really glisten. So even though it's not a shaker card, it still has tons of color and shine to it. All right, I am just making the quickest wood grain you've ever seen with alcohol markers here. And it totally works for me. So I just scribble a little bit in a dark, I go back with a lighter color, blend it all out, and it gives me all I need for some wood grain. You could also cut that out of a wood grain pattern paper. I just got this paper pad in the mail, and this hasn't happened in a while, but as soon as I got it, I was like, oh my goodness. For one, I want to use it. I want to use it all. And second of all, I want another one. That's how much I love this one. Y'all will be seeing me use it. I'm going to use it for another sheet load of cards. So, but I couldn't wait to tear into it, so I used it for this card as well. I thought this dark background really set this piece off, and now I want to show you if you could also turn this into an ornament. Wouldn't that be beautiful? And I just love how big this is. Like, this is the best snow globe for, this is an A2 card front, by the way, but it would be gorgeous on a 5x7 as well. So with this one die, you know, you could make A2 cards, you could make 5x7 cards, a flat, pop-ups. The sky's the limit, you guys. I can't wait, because this is not just for Christmas. I mean, you know, I have a friend that used to collect snow globes from different cities and places she traveled. I always think of all the Disney snow globes, and there's just so many cool ones. So I think you could use this die all year long. I can't wait to use it. I am applying to be in a gallery artist showcase December 4th. Wish me luck. I totally want to get into this. It's in a local art gallery, and they're taking local artisans who make handmade goods to do a Christmas bazaar. And so we get to have like a small booth, and it's indoors, which as a paper crafter I have to have. So I can't just do like any craft fair or anything. And I think, you know, this is like the kind of craft fair I'd want to be in. I mean, I think I'd probably do any craft fair, but like, you know, you kind of have to know your base. And I'm really excited. I love galleries. I love artists. I love all that stuff. So I'm really hoping I get selected. We will see. The application went in today. I'll keep you posted. If that happens, I'm going to be making a whole bunch of these because I think they would really set my booth off to have a bunch of really beautiful snow globe pop-up cards. And there's a slimline pop-up too, and so I'm going to make some of those. But yeah, like, I guess what I'll do is just make a ton of them because I won't know that I got a spot in this particular show until like a week before. So I'm just going to have to craft my heart out in hopes that they pick me, and I'll have a bunch of stuff. And if not, I don't know, I'll have a bunch of stuff. All right, so you guys, I just colored up this ornament with my alcohol markers, and then I sprayed it with some mica spray. It's from Tattered Angels. It's really old, like ancient, circa 2017, I think. So we'll just say mica spray, right? What I did is I colored up one of the backs and one of the fronts to this die. That way when I glued them together like this, they would line up perfectly. And then I was being sick and lazy, so I didn't put matching trees on each side. I have one smaller and one larger, and then I'm just adding this ornament topper. So this ornament was a free gift with purchase, but then what I love is that Sabrina's also been offering these to buy individually because, I mean, you know, people fall in love with it. I fall in love with it. I really wanted one too. So I was really glad. Okay, I slowed this down because I wanted to show you. If you start folding this piece, so this is an accordion style piece for your snow globe base. If you start from the back, I think it just gives you the perfect fold. So, and then she added this extra piece so you could put a sentiment, but you don't have to use it. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to cut that off today, and you don't need it. Now I used a super heavyweight, like the heaviest cardstock I have to cut out this piece and these other two pieces. One thing that Sabrina does, which I encourage you to go see her channel and see how she constructs these because she's masterful, but she usually doubles up these pieces too. not the base necessarily, depending on her cardstock, but the snow globe fronts and backs. I just used one piece today because one, this was my first one to make, and I just wanted to see how sturdy it would be with my heaviest cardstock, which I think it's plenty sturdy, but any lighter paper I would probably definitely want to double it up. Okay, so then we have this piece. So this is another die that comes in the set, and you want to fold this into an M. And your little hole that's automatically cut in that piece of paper should be in the valley. So there should be 2 peaks on the side of that little hole. And we're just going to put glue and tape on both sides of these. There we go. And glue it to the top here in this notch that is brilliantly designed for that little piece. And there we have it. Our card is constructed. You guys, Sabrina, I watched her video where she made one of these, and she's like, I think this is the easiest pop-up or interactive card to date, and I have to agree. It goes together so quickly, so easily. I'm not even sweating mass producing these for the art show because of how quick my first one went. And you know, you're just trying to figure these things out. Now, I think you can use just about any ribbon or twine that you want. I happen to have this really thin, nice ribbon in my stash. And so I just doubled that up and tied it in a knot at the top. You just want to make sure it doesn't slip through that hole. But another thing Sabrina talked about is like it's nice if you can pull it out if you need to. So that's what I did. I made one that doesn't slip through on its own, but I can remove it if I need to. And then you just wind it up and let it go, let her rip, and she spins beautifully. And definitely like with the ceiling fan on, you get movement. It's just really lovely. So here is that decorative piece that I had made my snow globe out of on that first card, and I'm just using it to decorate this base. And now I'm going to add snowflakes all over. I love snowflakes. And I decided to add one of these bows, a bow in the center of a snowflake. I don't know, but it works. I just wanted this red color to be carried throughout. I really like the richness of these colors that I chose today and just the contrast. I just really like these. I'm gonna have to play with this combination some more, I think. So now I'm gonna glue these snowflakes all around, and this card's done. So fast, so easy, and it's beautiful. It really stands out. So I have to tell you guys, because my third card was like, it had good aspects to it, but it wasn't 100%. But putting your cards up on like a mantle with other cards really helps. And like you stand back from your cards, I don't know, it gives a lot of perspective. I encourage y'all to do that. Like it's always interesting. I did that with my cards last year, and I was making A2 Christmas cards last year, and then everybody else's cards came in from friends and family, and I had them all up on the mantle, and I put my card up there, and that's when I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna make 5x7 Christmas cards from now on because mine looks so small being an A2 note card. So definitely I think a lot of valuable perspective comes from presenting our materials with others, you know, our makes with others. Yeah, just the food for thought. So this is my spinner card, and I do truly love it. I am going to be pumping these babies out, you guys. I want at least 10 of this one and 10 of the slimlines for my booth is what I decided. So again, here it is. Now I was holding on to it. You don't you hold on to it at the top, you pinch it at the top to wind it, but of course you let go and then it spins. So what you do when you're going to put it in your envelope is you go ahead and tighten it up so that when they pull it out of the envelope, it spins. Here's our first card, and definitely when all those little glittery pieces hit the light, it shines. It's very simple but beautiful. And then here's the Okay, so basically I just wish I would have done the deer like in a metallic paper or even white, and then I needed white behind my snowflakes. They don't really look like snowflakes back there. That's what happens when you're sick and crafting. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Definitely go over to Scrappy Tails. I'm going to leave it linked below. See you next time. Bye.